There have been a whole host of announcements late Thursday evening with respect to what has happened with Yes Bank and the various announcements that are made by the government as well as the Reserve Bank of India. Now, if you're a Yes Bank depositor, then of course there are certain points of information that you definitely need to know as to what exactly has transpired at the bank and what that means for you and your deposit. Firstly, let's look at what the RBI has done in this situation. Essentially, what the RBI is saying is that under the powers that it has within the Banking Regulation Act, the RBI, in consultation with the Government of India, has decided to supersede the board of the board for Yes Bank for a period of 30 days starting the 5th of March, that is Thursday, and that is primarily because they have seen a serious deterioration in the bank's financial position, and they've also said that this has been done to protect the interest of the depositors as well as ensure that the confidence is restored in the bank. After superseding the board of directors, the RBI has appointed Prashant Kumar, who's an ex-DMD and CFO from State Bank of India, who will be managing the daily affairs at Yes Bank for this 30-day period, as is mentioned in the RBI notification. Now, that's something that the RBI did. What did exactly the government do? Well, the government, under its powers, as well as on the basis of certain recommendations by the Reserve Bank of India, essentially put the bank under moratorium. The government also said that withdrawals will be capped up to 50,000 rupees. Now, this moratorium, as well as this regulatory capping, will last till the 3rd of April, according to the government's notification. They've said that in certain emergency situations, this 50,000 can be raised to 5 lakh. What are these emergency situations? That for that you need to look at a list that the government has prepared. Essentially, it can be a medical treatment of the depositor themselves or of any family member who are directly dependent on the depositor. It could be an educational bill or of their own or of their dependent, as well as marriage-related expenses or any other unavoidable emergencies. Now, remember that as of now, the decision on what counts as an unavoidable emergency rests with the Reserve Bank of India. The bank will have to send out a request to the Reserve Bank of India, and the RBI has to give a written permission. Only after that can the bank extend funds beyond 50,000 rupees, is what the government has essentially said. But apart from that, let's also look at what else has happened with Yes Bank. In the RBI notification, the RBI has said that the bank cannot renew or grant any fresh loans. That is important for a bank of Yes Bank size, because if Yes Bank does not give out any fresh loans, then obviously the level of or the share of bad loans then starts to increase for the bank, and that is detrimental for the bank's value. The bank can also not make any fresh investment. It cannot give out any or incur any liability or disbursement payments. It can also not transfer or deposit dispose of any of the assets that it has collected as part of its business. It can, however, sell certain assets that were hypothecated or mortgaged to the bank if it has received full payment unconditionally from the borrower, or if any other situation where the value of that security and the margins that the bank has maintained are not diminished in any form or fashion. These are all restrictions that the Reserve Bank of India and the government have placed on the on Yes Bank. Apart from this, that 50,000 number limit, that is something that you really need to remember. That is the amount that the Reserve Bank of India is allowing depositors to withdraw from Yes Bank till 30 days or the 30-day period ends. Once that is ended, the hope is, what most market experts have been expressing with respect to Yes Bank, the hope is that eventually there will be a market-led solution for Yes Bank. There might be some kind of investment proposal that could be discussed, and thereby the bank can return to health, and the depositors of the bank can, of course, continue the regular business. These are all points you need to remember with respect to Yes Bank. Remember that this is a short-term measure taken by the Reserve Bank of India to protect the interest of the depositors.